Hello, everybody. This is the digital asset investor. I am alive and I'm ready to watch the July Ripple XRP fireworks show. I'm still recovering. I had debated as to whether to say what it was I had done or not, but really, what difference does it make? What I had is called an ablation, and it's an actual heart procedure. But believe it or not, it is routine. Like I said, I was diagnosed with AFib about a year ago, and which basically means you've got an irregular heartbeat. Your heart's not beating in the normal pattern that it's supposed to beat in. And so they go in an ablation. They go in and actually burn some of the tissue in your heart to make the electrical system work properly. I told you about that just to tell you that I told my heart doctor when I was in the recovery room. He came in and I told him to invest in XRP with the money he made from the surgery for me. So hopefully he listened to my advice. Well, yesterday I was sitting around like a lot of you on a Sunday doing not much of anything other than recovering on my end. And of course, I saw, some of you may have seen me on Twitter. I saw the SBI announcement come out. Here's one of the tweets that I saw, not yesterday. This was, well, actually, this tweet did come out in the morning, but this wasn't the first one I saw. But this was this kind of captures what happened yesterday. There was a very brief run up of approximately 5 cents in the price of Ripple on yesterday, because SBI virtual currencies did open. But if you look here, they opened to the first 20,000 customers. And here this guy says that they will open up to the 4 million customers, which is supposed, that's actually a low number. I've heard as high as 13.5 million for their customers. But using 4 million, I wanted to confirm what he was saying here. So I went and I found this is the actual notice that SBI virtual currencies put out. Now, I think that most of the Ripple community missed how huge what happened yesterday really is. If you read this notice, it basically says what the guy says in the tweet, that they opened to 20,000 users who applied for an advanced application. And they did that on yesterday, which was June the 4th. And then they say in here further that the general application for opening accounts is scheduled to start in July 2018. Well, if you assume that this guy's figure is correct, 4 million customers, that's the low end of what they have, and it includes retail as well as institutional. Like I said, I've heard as high as 13.5 million. But the point that I want to make, the reason that anybody that's watching this needs to really, if you're not in yet, you need to do what you got to do to get some XRP. And if I'm wrong, you're not going to get killed anyway, but I'm not wrong. In July, they're telling you right here. Before yesterday, we did not know. They said in the summer sometime. Before yesterday, we did not know. You now know that what happened yesterday, which increased the price to about 5 cents. What happened yesterday is going to happen on the large scale in July. So over the course of July, and I'm about to give you my price prediction, and I'm going to back it up with the numbers. So yesterday I watched it. Ripple went up. It was somewhere in the 8% range, and I watched XRP go up around 5 cents. And so I'm going to actually do the math on that. 20,000 users, and we're going to use this guy's figure, the low figure, 4 million customers in July at SBI Venture Capitals will be opened up to be able to invest in XRP. And by the way, as they say, I believe they said it in here. Yes, initially only XRP only. Now they'll open it up to Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash down the road. But for the first time, instead of being these guys, which get when they open, most of these companies that have opened, they open it to these types of things like Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash initially, and then XRP gets added down the road. This time it's our turn. we get first. So let's run the numbers. Okay. When they added 20,000 users yesterday, it went up by about 5%. It's come down since, but the only reason it's come down is because people say, oh, that SBI thing was a bunch of nothing. They opened it and it didn't do anything like what people thought. Wrong. They opened it to 20,000 users and it went up by 5 cents. And it's come back down only because people think that way and they're not thinking this through. 5 cents. 20,000, we're going to use 20,000 users, which was open yesterday, and we're going to use the 4 million, and I'm fixing to dazzle you. We're going to divide 4 million. 4 million. We're going to divide it by 20,000. That's going to give us a figure of 200. It went up yesterday by 5 cents. What is 200 times 0.05 equals 10? All right. That would be approximately, at today's price, that would put XRP by the end of the month of July at $10.65 because it's at 65 cents right now. $10.65. But I want to go one step further and I want to ask you one question. Where have you heard that figure of $10? Where have you heard that prediction before? I know where I've heard it because I went and found the article. And guess what? Before I pull this up, I want to say one thing. When I ran this calculation, I did not do this in reverse. In other words, I ran this calculation and that 10 popped up. I was not expecting it. And when it popped up, I want to show you the first thing that popped in my mind. SBI Holdings CEO forecasts $10 for Ripple in 2018. Now, some things are coincidence and some things happen for a reason. I believe this happens for a reason, and I believe that in the month of July, I'm going to get to see the lives of my children change forever. And yours maybe too. So watch this video, spread the word, pass it around, hit the like button, subscribe, please, and tell your friends to subscribe because we're just starting this journey. Ripple has a lot further to go, and I really appreciate you watching. I am not a financial advisor. I used to be, but I'm not now. And so this is pure entertainment. Please spread this around. Thank you. I'm the digital asset investor.